Get ready for a healthy dose of Carson Kelly because the injury bug bites again. And the Chicago Cubs drop a game to the Cincinnati Reds. Let's talk about it right after the intro. Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Chicago Cubs Central. Happy Memorial Day weekend to each and every last one of you. Appreciate each and every last one of you guys that are tuning into this episode. Thank you so much. It means the world to me that you spend time watching Chicago Cubs Central. Remember, you can also be a part of the show. How can you be a part of the show? Well, you can write me at Cubs Baseball 1992 at gmail.com, or you can leave me a voicemail. That's right. Instant access 217-816-5498 to talk about Chicago Cubs baseball. Listen, like I said, we love doing mailbag episodes, so the more the merrier. Welcome in, C3 fam. Special shout out to all of our new subscribers. The channel is back growing, and I appreciate each and every last one of you. Now, with that being said, the Chicago Cubs did drop a game today too. The Chicago Cubs did drop a game, unfortunately, to the Cincinnati Reds today. Once again, our starting pitching just did not hold up. Colin Ray actually loses his first game of the season. Somebody that's been very, very strong in the Chicago Cubs for pitching rotation. Literally is what we went and got him for. The Chicago Cubs were very close to making a comeback, just could not complete that comeback. Again, like I said, it's going to be hard. You can't do that every night. What the Chicago Cubs accomplished on Friday night, you will not be able to accomplish that every single time. And it's understandable. Chicago Cubs dropped to 31-21 on the season. The Cincinnati Reds improved to 26-27 on the season. The Chicago Cubs are now just 2 games ahead of the St. Louis Cardinals, who won another game today against those Arizona Diamondbacks, actually winning that series. So yeah, man, the Chicago Cubs got to figure things out. Like I said, when it comes to starting pitching isn't always going to be where you need it to be. Like I said, and the Reds just came out and they hit all over Colin Ray. They jumped all over him, just like they jumped all over Matthew Boyd. I feel like their manager Terry Francona just literally said, like, hey, listen, these Chicago Cubs pitchers, we're not waiting to let them get in their groove. We're jumping all over them. First pitch, first swing. And I mean, like I said, they've just had a lot of success with that. It'll be interesting to see what the Chicago Cubs do, because they have Ben Brown pitching tomorrow for them. And Ben Brown has not had success, and especially has not had success on Sundays. So it'll be interesting to see what the Chicago Cubs decide to do with that, and if Ben will be on a short leash. Elly De La Cruz got his 9th home run of the season. Like I said, he drove in 4 runs. He is the player of the game for this game. Now, hopefully, the Chicago Cubs offense can do what they need to do tomorrow, and get the W right there. But like I said, with that being said, Chicago Cubs got to turn around and play again tomorrow and try to go win another series, be 32-21 on the season. Ben Brown takes the mound. The game starts at 12:40, first pitch. And Nick Lodolo, who was 4-4 with a 3.22 ERA, is pitching for the Cincinnati Reds. So we could very well see a very high-scoring game tomorrow between these two teams in their matinee closing affair of this series. Then the Chicago Cubs will travel back home and face the Colorado Rockies 3 times. Do not forget, Tuesday, 7:05, 6:55, right here on this channel. Also over on Playback, the Chicago Cubs versus the Colorado Rockies. Do not miss that. We're actually going to do our first live call watch along on this channel. Super excited. Make sure you guys mark your calendars and join in with me for that. It's going to be a blast. Cannot wait to do this with you guys. It's been a little bit. We were going to do one for Cubs Dodgers way back when, and that's when the old channel got hacked, and literally I lost that channel based off of this. So fingers crossed everything goes okay this time, and we don't have any more of those concerns or worries. However, yes, the Chicago Cubs will face the Cincinnati Reds and try to close out this series and get another series win, especially against a division rival. Now, with that being said, there is other news that has come out. Apparently, everybody is dealing with oblique stuff. So it looks like Cubs catcher Miguel Amaya, um, like I said, is headed to the injured list due to the fact that he has an oblique injury. He left Saturday's game with a right oblique strain. It seemed a little bit more serious than the stuff with Porter Hodge and the stuff that happened with Ian Happ. So he might actually spend a little time on the injured reserve list. Like I said, Carson Kelly came in to finish the rest of the game. And like I said, Craig Counsell said after the game that Amaya is likely heading to the injured list. Man, let me tell you guys something. This is crazy how many injuries the Chicago Cubs have had to deal with and had to sift through this season so far. I mean, like I said, guys have just went down. Again, we're still without Shota Imanaga. We're done for the season with Justin Steele. Like I said, our closing pitcher, Porter Hodge, is down right now with injury, and it just seems like one pitcher after another consistently finds their way to the injured list. So the Chicago Cubs have to once again figure it out. Again, this is a part of the baseball season. This is a part of the ebb and flows of the season. So the Cubs will have to figure this out. They will have to figure out what to do in case of this. But again, Carson Kelly will be all right. Like I said, Carson Kelly will definitely be okay. And I mean, for what it's worth, you could very well see Moises Ballesteros get called up once again and be a part of this team while Miguel Amaya is on the injured list. That's right. Moises Ballesteros is a catcher. He also is a DH. So you very well could see him see some time at the catcher position. Very minimal. I would say very minimal because his catching is not that great. And I know the Chicago Cubs really don't want to risk, him, costing them runs if guys are trying to steal on him and stuff like that, because the scouting report is out on Moises Ballesteros at his catching. So he may just be there as relief or backup in case something ended up happening to Carson Kelly, God forbid. But yeah, like I said, so it's one of those things where Cubs are banged up right now, man. Still being able to rake out wins, but the Cubs are banged up right now. Like I said, I'm interested to know from you guys, what would you do? Would you call up Moises Ballesteros, or would you look to the free agent market and see if there's somebody that you could sign that could come in and just provide a backup just in case, and then you could DFA them once when Miguel Amaya is ready to come back in case he does have an extended stay with that oblique injury. Let me know in the comments below what you guys want to do. If you want more Bally up, or do you want to see what is out there in free agency. Once again, Chicago Cubs do play at 12:40. First pitch is 12:40. Ben Brown taking the mound. We will see what happens with that. Again, saddening news about Miguel Amaya. Like I said, he's had big hit after big hit after big hit for the Chicago Cubs this year so far. So again, it's sad to lose another big piece. But once again, like always, Chicago Cubs will bounce back. We will figure this out, and we will continue to win because that's what we do, right? So I appreciate each and every last one of you. Looking forward to Tuesday so much, to spending some time with you guys. We're going to do the live call. You guys will be able to watch. You'll be able to tune in. You'll be able to ask questions. We'll talk while the game is going on. I might have some special guests drop in. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, man, just excited to have this time with you guys. So mark your calendars for that, CC3 fam. I can't wait to spend time with each and every last one of you. It will be on X. It will be on Instagram. I'm sorry, not Instagram. It will be on X, and it will be on YouTube, and it will be on Playback. So again, I appreciate each and every last one of you. Thank you all so much for your time. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Remember to comment below and give me your thoughts on the Miguel Amaya injury and what the Chicago Cubs should do. That is our question of the day. Thank you all so much. Thank you for tuning in to your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. I appreciate you all. Until next time, go Cubs, go. Peace.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the number one spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.